Welcome back to episode 5 of the Stream PC. Today we're going to go over how streamers need to be in charge of their chat. And if you have a Discord because you're a little more experienced than others, you're also in charge of your Discord and the safety of your people, your community, and your viewers. Let's get it. All right. Sauce, I'd love for you to start us off. You know, we've seen it in people's chats, you know, especially newer streamers. Maybe they got one or two people and they have that one maybe IRL friend that's in there with them, or somebody they met online that's just in there just, you know, just being toxic, or, you know, at times even putting in like racial slurs and stuff. And the streamer just seems to be okay with that and leave them there. What is your opinion on this? And what are your comments?
Okay, so my opinion is it's complicated, but it shouldn't be. So it might be complicated for you whenever you first start because, one, you want someone watching your stream. You don't want to be by yourself. And maybe it's somebody you know in real life and they're your friend outside and they're being stupid. But at the end of the day, that's not what matters. Who cares if that person's in there, and that one person being there might be stopping other people from coming in there and enjoying your stream because they're toxic, they're gross, they're nasty, terrible. They should do better. Feeling that from Aztecan. Yeah, that's right.
But, Lucky, have you experienced that at all yourself, or
just overall, just toxic behavior overall in general?
Yeah. Like maybe when you're first starting out, you know, did you have that situation?
I mean, like you would normally get just these. There have been times where there'll be like random people that'll come in and just say the most negative thing possible, and a lot of times it's like little jabs at me personally that I don't really care about. You know, it's like, bye.
Okay.
You know, just move on with it. But there have been some where like there's a line, you know, there's a line that you just don't cross.
Okay.
You know, that's just instant ban hammer.
Gotcha. And I'm sorry, I cut you off, Sauce. You were saying.
Oh, you're fine. I think that line's different from everybody. Because some people don't have as thick skin, and that's okay.
Right.
Your stream is your safe space, and your job is to make it safe for everyone that's in there. If you want to be a safe haven for a group of people, for anyone really, that's what you should be striving to do. So you're going to get hate from time to time. It's going to happen. Like I was streaming today over on YouTube, and someone asked me, how does someone get so spherical?
Yeah.
And I said, how does someone become such a jerk? So,
and I do believe the Stream PC was there to ban that person. Just saying.
And the Stream PC did ban them.
Saving the day.
Pretty sure.
You're going to experience that. It's part of streaming, sadly. But not letting it get to you and setting clear boundaries and knowing what is acceptable and what's not is really what it's about. And nothing is more freeing than knowing that one single viewer doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Because, that person might be somebody that subbed to you for 30 months and then they did something outlandish that you had to get rid of them for.
Right.
Dude, that's $5 a month, if that. No, it's $2.50. It's Twitch.
$2.50 if you're on Twitch.
So it is what it is. Like, that's money. Yeah, that's a viewer. But at the end of the day, you're going to have way more fun with the people that are there if you keep them safe and you make it a nicer place.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, so that's what I'm talking about. I've seen people, you know, newer streamers, they're streaming to 0 people, like we've mentioned in the last couple episodes, you know, and they get somebody in their chat finally, and they're so happy to have them that they seem to just not care when they're being toxic or that. You know, what I think the new streamers are missing out on is when new people that actually are there for good reasons come in and you allow that person to stay there, that's going to be another reason for you not to grow or find your own community. Because people are going to think, okay, so that's what you're about. Because you can be any kind of streamer you want. Like if you want that kind of environment and language, by all means, do you. Good luck with growth. But if you just, you know, you want to stand on business and you want that to be your community of just hateful, just ugliness, there's communities out there for that. But I'm telling you what, there's not a whole lot of growth to be seen in that. So yeah, definitely as new streamers, remember that this is your show. This is your, you know, face that you're putting out there, and you're absolutely in charge of it. So sometimes we gotta ban people to get rid of the bad ones and let the good eggs come in. So, and again, for the experienced guys who, you know, have been doing this for a while and they've built a community and they grow a Discord, again, I think a lot of new streamers just look at numbers. All they care about is numbers, how many followers they have, how many people are in their Discord server. You know, and they allow certain things like that. You know, if there's a person in your Discord server posting, I wouldn't directly say, I mean, obviously nude stuff's not allowed in Discord, not supposed to be. But like just like lewd, like, you know, maybe trashy type memes or something. You either have to do what I've done and make a channel specific for like the people that are into that kind of meme or kind of content. I have a channel on my Discord that's 21 plus. So like if you want to see, you know, something a little more adult for that, you can go see that, you know.
Not safe for work.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you know, but not too bad, you know. I definitely told everybody we don't want no randomness like that. But you can't be putting that in the regular chat with everybody else, you know. So I think that's where a lot of people start losing their community or and they don't even realize it because they're like, I don't understand, like, you know, I have everybody here. And so have you guys experienced that with your Discords? I think both of you actually just revamped your Discords, did you not? And
Yeah.
I believe you both, I mean, cut probably your amount in what, half? Would you dare say, or more? Or?
For me,
I'd say about half for me.
Yeah. And, you know, I think personally from what I've seen being in the new Discords, I feel like it's just a better environment already. It just seems, you know, like the true fans that you guys had came over and, you know, they make it an actual community. So I think that was a really good choice by you guys. And I know there's a lot of content creator streamers out there that they wouldn't even think to do that. You know, they wouldn't even be like, no, I want to keep my big number. Cause again, they're so worried about a number.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
you
I
know,
think
like,
yeah, go ahead.
if you think about it, you know, like Sauce has had his Discord, his original Discord for what, over 3 years?
Like 3.5 years.
Yeah, 3.5 years. So over that period of time, all the new people that have come in or wanted to start streaming, or people that have come in and joined the Discord, they probably no longer even have the account. They probably no longer stream. And then you have every once in a while people that just come in just to see if they can post like their, hey, I'm going live. And then that's the only thing that you'll ever see from them. You know, they're never in.
Talk about that for a minute.
Sure.
Yeah.
I just want to say that is the most pointless thing someone can do, is join several Discords that you don't talk in or know anybody in just to drop your freaking link.
Yeah.
No one's clicking on that link if they don't know who you are as a person.
Right.
It's just not happen. You're dumping your link into the sky and saying, come back to me. And it's not coming back. It's fine. Like, do what you do, but it's much more productive to join the community, make friends, and then potentially drop your link in there if you decide to.
Be a part of the community, you know.
Right.
I mean, there's over 100 people in the Discord. I'm sure there's at least one person that would be more than happy to talk to you, get to know you, probably have stuff in common you could easily talk about. You know, I mean, just like Saw said, dumping a link and then hope that something happens and then never even say anything else.
Yeah.
That's not the way to do it.
Yeah, I mean, to me, that just shows the amount of effort and work they want to put in. They think they're putting effort in by posting the link, but then you gave no effort anywhere else or at any other time to make those connections. So like you guys are saying, you're just throwing it out to the deep end for no reason. I realize now, as a more experienced Discord owner, this might have been considered a maybe like toxic behavior. Like, I'll out myself on this. Maybe I had some toxic behavior when I first started mine, but when people would leave, it would bother me. You know, so I'd reach out to them with a message. Now, it wasn't a toxic message. It was just like, hey, I noticed you left the Discord. Did somebody offend you? Did I offend you? Like, what was going on? It's an honest message. Now I see like that's too much. Like, it's kind of toxic. But at the same time, as a new person in Discord, I was trying to figure out how to run a community still. Like, what do I need? Like, you know, what was going on? And
you want to know like what you did wrong.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
What could be better?
Right.
Kind of situation. Yeah.
And most of them didn't answer back, but the couple that did would be like, you know, nobody ever comes to my stream when I drop my link. Cause like, you know, like you guys have, I have in my section, in my Discord, a section for streamers to be able to put when they're going live, because it's supposed to be a community thing. It's not just the, you know, promo thing. It's for the community members that want to know when each other are live. And they're like, and I was just like, oh, okay. but I've never seen you chat, and I've never seen you post, a selfie. I've never seen you post in the collections category. I've never seen you post in any other category other than going live. Well, yeah, but nobody's ever come. Well, you haven't developed, I'm not going to argue with you. Thank you. If you ever decide to come back, you're more than welcome. But like, it just made no sense to me. Like, you made zero effort to make a friend, and you just expect everybody in the Discord to show up to your stream. Like, that made no sense. I was so lost on it. But I realize now that probably was some toxic behavior as a Discord owner, but like, I was trying to learn, and I feel like, it is what it is.
I learned. Learning. You did it not in like bad intentions, you just wanted to know, like, what can I do better? Like, what made you leave?
Yeah. I mean, I'm at a point now where I've been invited to several Discord servers here lately from newer streamers from the community that have, made theirs. And I'm at that point now where I've literally just stopped joining other people's Discord servers. And I texted him, I was like, I love you to death. I hope you the best in your Discord, but I have so much going on in my own Discord. Like, I would just be a number in your Discord. In the newer one, he was like, oh yeah, that's fine. I just, get my numbers up. Your numbers don't matter, dude. Like, it's not about how many people you have in here. What's the point of me being in your Discord if I'm never going, like, I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to be active in it. There's no point in having me in there. Why? You're going to show somebody, oh, look who all I got in here, So I just don't get that. And that's just me being honest. And if they get mad about it and leave mine, then it's kind of where I'm at now. It's just like, okay, I get it. Sorry. I'm just trying to be real with people. Like, I'm not, I barely got time for mine. I barely have enough time for y'all's, but I definitely try. I've had situations where I know Sauce was going to have his hands full. Like, he was busy during a certain period of time. So like, I kept watching the Discord because I was free, and then, we've done that for you, Lucky, when we know you were, busy or whatever. And if I know you guys aren't available, I'm going to be there for you. So, but anyways, to kind of get back on the subject of the newer streamers or, streamers struggling to grow, you can't let your IRL friends or just random viewers come in and ruin the atmosphere for you. Like I said, at the end of the day, it's your show. If that's the kind of environment you want, go for it. But if you're serious about this and you want to grow and you want to build a good, welcoming, warming environment, then you have to be in charge of those things and you have to set clear rules. Now, can I give you a list of what the correct rules are? Absolutely not. That's your own thing. That's your own style, your own brand. You have to create that on your own. But one of your biggest assets is going to be moderators. Moderators will definitely help you with that. And moderators should not just be given out. And I think Sauce wanted to touch on this subject himself really bad. Because I don't know how many times I've had, people that have been with me for a while start streaming, and then I go to their channel and I'm already a mod. Never even discussed it. So I think Sauce wanted to talk about this though.
So, moderators, super, super important relationship that you're going to have as a streamer. You have to trust this person completely because they are literally the frontline defense for you. Their job is to take care of things in your name, like your direct line to what's happening.
They get a lot of power too.
They do.
And it goes to their head.
Power to do so much.
Yeah.
So depending on what you set up, you can set up things where your moderators can change scenes for you on stream if you trust them enough to do that. You can have it to where, well, you have to make sure they're not going to be the ones that troll you. All mods are trolls to some extent.
Oh, yeah.
It is what it is because they are the people that have been with you the longest, people you trust, people you're closest with normally. But you can mod people just because they've been there a while and you feel like you should. That's not the reason to mod them.
Right.
Mods are people that you trust. And just because someone's been there a while doesn't mean that they're mod material. There's a reason there's a VIP.
Exactly. That would be that person that's always there that you don't maybe trust with that power, but you want to show them some appreciation. 100%. Yeah.
And I'd rather get a VIP in someone's channel that's in the community that, like, if they're newer to streaming, I'd rather that be a thing because I can't guarantee that I'm going to be in there watching most of your streams and doing that because we're all busy. We all have lives. Making YouTube videos, streaming, a podcast, helping my wife start her streaming career, by the way.
Shout out Mama Saucy. Let's go.
Yeah.
Big news.
I'm giving it. I'm not even giving it a full month. She'll be an affiliate
without a problem. I have lots of faith.
Yeah,
but we all have things going on like that. Like Aztecan's got collabs up the wazoo right now that he's working on.
Yeah,
he's doing this podcast. He's streaming. He's got personal stuff going on. Everything's happening. Lucky's also busy, full-time job, has his wife and kids, streaming, making the podcast, doing everything, being the handsome devil that he is. There's so much going on. And that's just us three. And we still have to find time. And we're all mods in each other's streams. So we still have to find time to go into each other's streams and mod for each other whenever we can.
Right.
Now, imagine that, but scaled up to like 10, 20 people.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you have a community of 100 people, imagine trying to do that for 100 people. There's not enough hours in the day for me to go to little Timmy's stream, Jenny's stream, Billy's stream,
Big Bubba's stream,
mod in those Big Bubba's. I don't know. I ain't got the time to do it. So make me a VIP if you want to. Cool. If I'm not a VIP, hurts my feelings a little bit. Whatever. But that's not what it's for. And there's been people that I don't even know that I raided into, and they immediately made me a mod.
Yes,
I've
seen it happen.
What are you doing?
I remember.
Why would I be your mod? I don't know you in the first
Yeah.
place.
You know, and it's one of the
my soapbox.
It's one of the most awkward things when you're asked by somebody who's been pretty, frequent in your channel, can I be a mod? Because you have to, like, right then and there, I tell them no, and I think I've mastered it to where I just tell them, like, hey, mods are super special people in my channel. They have a lot of power, and if you really want to know how to get to that point, I would love to talk to you separately outside of the stream, like in a Discord chat or something, and we can see about getting you to that point. But as of right now, that's going to be a no, because my mods are very, very close to me, and they have their own private channels and stuff. We've had discussions on what my expectations are, what I need, what I want. So I finally got to the point where I'm comfortable enough to just flat out say no on stream. Again, back to you can't make somebody stay in your stream. So if they're going to ask uncomfortable questions like that, they're going to have to receive an uncomfortable answer. And it's just, that's just kind of the point that I'm at in my career, where I'm just like, I'm going to be honest with you, and I still have a couple like that have asked me in the past, but they still haven't got that right. And it's not a favoritism game. It's just a game of, who do I trust? My number one. Go ahead.
And who do you think can actually handle certain situations?
Right. Have that maturity level to handle.
Right.
Yeah.
The correct way.
And the common sense.
Common sense is a big
all
one.
Of it. It's all of it. And I'm not gonna go into this yet because we're gonna talk about this later. But that's also a etiquette issue whenever they're asking to be moderator over and over a course of time, even, because that's not something you ask.
But yeah, but like whenever it comes to banning, for example, you have to be able to trust your moderator to know, like, when that line is crossed, and when they hit that ban hammer on somebody, that it's not going to come back as a negative impact on you. They have to know when to press that ban hammer on someone.
Right.
Because everything that a moderator does reflects back on the streamer.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's positive or negative. So you really do have to have a lot of trust.
And that limit is different from streamer to streamer. Lucky's limit for what he'll allow might be different than what Aztecan's going to allow.
It's way different.
Like Aztecan might allow a little bit of back and forth between him and whoever's in there because he thinks it's fun. Where Lucky is, he's a sweet boy. He doesn't do that stuff. He's nice. We don't mess with that.
I have turned a few toxic people that have come into the stream before, mainly playing like Call of Duty. Like I remember got a headshot on somebody, and then they came into the stream like, you over there camping with sniper, blah, blah, you cussing and stuff. I'm like, hey, so sorry. Like, like just playing the game, stay in, chill for a while. Like they actually followed, talked it up for a little bit, and I made a friend of me. It was great.
Yeah.
Friend of me. Yeah, you can do that. You can definitely take somebody from being toxic to being a viewer, but it's all depending on you as a person.
Yeah.
You have those vibes that you're just super, super friendly and super likable, and people can't really stay mad at you.
Yeah.
Whereas Aztecan tried to do that, it wouldn't work the same because Aztecan can come off a certain kind of way sometimes. Because
Yep.
he does like to be toxic whenever he's playing COD or when
I
he's
love
playing
it.
something else.
He's
Yeah.
like, "Where's that button at? Let me push it." This
yeah.
will make you angry.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the big difference. Like I mod for these two for a long time, and I still am today. But like for Sauce, like I know if somebody comes and says something, depending on how he responds to that person is whether I make the judgment to ban. Like today, for example, we'll ban somebody for him. You know, they came in making fun of him and his body type or whatever, and his response was negative. Which for me, my people, if I would have made the response that he made, they would have kept it going because they know that I want that. But for Sauce, I know that that's a distraction for him. He didn't want that person in there. I banned him. For Lucky, I know to be patient because Lucky's going to try to turn that enemy into a friend, hence the word frenemy. So he's going to be like, hey, man, you know, it's not, you know, that's not what it is. You want to vibe out and you want to hang out or how you want to be? And he gives him a chance. Me, I immediately start going to, okay, it's clap back Tuesdays right now. So we're going to be, you know, I'm going to sit there and go back and forth with them. Now, as a streamer, you have to be careful with that, though. You can't sit there and let it get like, you know, super uncomfortable and aggressive for your community. My community knows. Yeah, my moderators know if I actually start getting mad, if I don't do it myself before they do it, they'll ban that person. And in a way, almost to tell me to chill out. You know, because I'm a human. So, you know, some things can be funny and some things they can get under my skin. It just depends on, you know, the situation, the day, the time, the temperature of the water. You know, so it just depends on what's going on. But and again, that and all those answers are correct. You know, because that's how we run our channel. So. It's not nothing different, but as you can see, like I know what these two are, how they're different and what they want, and that's what you have to trust out of a long-term friend / mod is to know you. So you also have to be careful with that because you don't want your mod just banning every single person that comes in and says something, you know, funny. There are creators out there that their whole content is based around being made fun of, and I think the biggest one on everybody's mind right now is Queso. I mean, Queso blew up very recently, and his whole thing is his chat just picking on him. You know, he's got very tough skin. He loves that thing. He says he thrives in it, and he like me, he just loves that back and forth. You know, so but then there's other people who just can't handle that. You know, you say one bad thing about him, and you know that it ruins the vibe of the stream. They can't focus on what they're doing anymore. So you really have to know, in order to be a mod, you gotta know this person. You gotta be close to this person. You know, and as a streamer, when you do find that mod, you got to give them everything you can, man, because they're the special people. I mean, they show up to work almost, because if you're streaming on a schedule, they're there on a schedule. And let's be honest, none of us are big enough to pay those guys, and they're doing that stuff for free. You know, they're there looking out for you because they care about you. They care about the community that you've built. They want to be a part of your community that you built. So you got to always make sure that you do everything for them. So if somebody comes sideways at one of my mods, I instantly, as soon as I see something against the mod, I'm like, oh shit. Don't forget the mods have power, you know, and then my mods will start getting the other mods in who are maybe just lurking or not paying attention. And all of a sudden it's just like, all right, calm down, put the pitchforks away, you know? So it's very interesting. And again, it's just a person you have to trust. So don't just hand out mod to anybody, because a mod could really make or break your stream just as bad as a random toxic person coming in. So,
yeah. And it is a relationship that you're going to build over time too. So just because you don't know the streamer as well, even if you guys have that relationship, like me, Aztecan, and Lucky, like I knew Lucky more than I knew Aztecan whenever I started modding in Aztecan stream, because I've just been around Lucky longer. So it took me a minute to kind of learn what Aztecan likes in his stream, that he's more into the whole back and forth type thing, and Lucky's not. That's something you just have to learn as a moderator, or as a streamer, you have to be able to tell your moderators what you're okay with. And then from that point, it's just about towing the line and making it the exact way it's supposed to be.
Yeah. 100%. And sometimes if maybe, let's say your moderators are on the fence, you know, maybe they're new, or maybe they know you maybe too well, and they think that, you know, something happening is okay. Don't sit around and wait for them to ban that person, even though it's their responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Just if you need to, ban that person yourself immediately. I've done this several times where somebody comes in and I'm like, no, that's not going to sit right. And I ban them. And then my moderator's like, yo, what happened? Like, I didn't think it was that bad. And I was like, trust me, maybe I already knew from a previous channel about that person or something, whatever the case may be. Don't wait around and again, let a toxic person ruin the vibe of the whole chat. The worst feeling in the world, especially as a new streamer, is you have like 4-6 people in there, you're doing good. Somebody comes in and says something, you do nothing about it. And now you got one person in there and it's that person. That's the worst feeling in the world, because you literally just shit the bed. You let somebody come in and you let them just ruin it, and you just potentially lost 5-6 community members. Hopefully they come back and give you a chance, but it's definitely something you got to keep on the back of your mind for sure.
And people do troll just to do that.
Yeah, their whole purpose. Yeah, whole purpose is I'm gonna get on Twitch today and find somebody to ruin their chances of becoming a streamer because I'm sour because I suck at it. So I'm gonna come and ruin your day. For sure.
On that note, I would like to also say this isn't on the agenda, but also be careful who you let in your voice chat.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Because you're responsible for what's out there. We've all had situations where someone's gone in our stream, said something they shouldn't have said, or played something they shouldn't have played because we were a little too trusting at that time.
Yeah.
So just make sure you're safeguarding yourself. Hide your Discord. Like a private voice channel.
Yeah, make like a private voice channel that only certain people that you really trust can actually see in your Discord, and you can all talk in and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm live, like when I'm live, I'm probably the most vocal person about that. When people be like, where are you chatting at? I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't know you very well. Like, you can join, but you're going to be muted. And you can hear me all you want, but I have to protect my community and my people, because if I just don't know you, Lucky and Sauce both know how I feel about that. So I think it was last Friday. Lucky's like, hey, I got this guy to play COD with us because unfortunately our third Nana Monkey, shout out to you, she wasn't available to play. So he's like, oh, I got this guy, and he asked me, can he join the Discord? I didn't answer because Lucky knows the answer. I don't know this person, I don't trust him. And he knows that I ignored him on purpose. And then he asked me again. So I was like, okay, if he's asked me twice, I know that Lucky knows how I feel about this. So he must trust this person, But even then, to begin with, I took him off stream. Got to know him a little bit. Unfortunately, I didn't go very much longer after that. I had some personal issues pop up. But, I eventually let that person have the ability to be heard over stream because I was like, okay, well, Lucky already trusts him. Let me see what he's about. He ended up being a great guy. So yeah, you always just have to put your people first, but don't think it's over if something bad happens on your stream, something, unforgiving as far as words being said or things being said or, certain views being brought up that you don't agree with. Just be honest with your people. Just stop it right there and, you can do what I do or do your own version of it. And I just say, hey guys, sorry, we don't allow that on the stream. I deeply apologize. I think I hear Lucky say that probably like 20 times a night when we play Call of Duty because of proximity chat.
Proximity chat, dude, is insane.
It's one of the funniest, best content creation things, but it's also one of the worst for a streamer. It's just, we have, I believe, who we just shouted out, Nana Monkey. I believe she has hers turned off because it's just so.
She does.
It's so bad. And as a female streamer, and she does it on purpose. She's got girl in her gamer tag. I mean, she knows what she's gonna get, so she definitely has it turned off for her people. And it's just one of those things, don't think one mistake's going to make or break you, just own up to it, apologize. And I think people will respect you for that, especially when you learn from it and, learn to stop it beforehand and, or just jump right on it. So.
Yes, sir. When something like that does happen, I do recommend that you delete your VOD after your stream. If there was something that was said that was unsavory, be it a slur of some variety or just something that, just felt wrong in when it was said or anything that you don't agree with.
Yeah.
Because people are terrible sometimes. They'll go back and try to clip it. They'll try to send it in, try to get you in trouble because that's what they do. So just safeguard yourself. Go ahead and delete that VOD if you need to.
Yeah. But also remember, like if you had a great stream or you're like a COD clipper or whatever game you play, doesn't have to be COD. Make sure you save your own VOD first, then delete it. That way you can still go get your content. It's not a total loss because of 2 seconds of, illegitimate
Right.
fame somebody try to get off of you. So
Yeah, there's also this really cool feature on Twitch. If you guys didn't know, you can set it to where people can't clip in your stream until they've been following you for at least a week.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got a mindset to that.
I have mine
I
set
have
to
mine set
moderators
to that
only.
too.
So
No, you could do that too, I guess.
yeah. I mean, because, maybe I miss out on a cool clip, or maybe now I've sacrificed 2-3 hours of my own time having to go back and find it. But I'd rather do that than, like you guys just said, somebody being, malicious on purpose, trying to create a clip. Or, one of the worst feelings is getting clipped in a game, and then that streamer comes in and takes that clip and puts you on TikTok. I wouldn't know how that feels, but I've definitely done it before. So, all right. So let's go ahead and kick us off with stream etiquette. Chatter etiquette.
All right. Stream and chatter etiquette. All right. So we've all had that person that comes into your stream and starts saying, "Hey, I'm going to be going live soon," or things like that.
Terrible.
It happens, right?
Yeah.
Now, as a streamer, how do you handle that? It's a tough thing sometimes. Are you a nice person? You're like, "Oh, okay, that's cool," and just let them do it, or you say, or do you take time across and say, "Hey, that's actually not okay to do in somebody's stream. I know you're excited about your stream and everything. That's awesome, but this isn't really the place that you should say things like that. The people in here aren't going to go watch you just because you're streaming when I'm streaming at the same time. They're in here because they wanted to watch my stream. So what did they think they were going to get from that anyway?"
Right.
There are people that do that, like not thinking about it, which when they're not thinking about it, they just need to be educated. But there are also people that do that just to try to, grab a couple people here, grab a couple people there. It's a stupid tactic. Go ahead, Luck.
It's happened to me a couple of times.
I love your response when it happens.
What do you mean?
Go ahead. Tell them what your response is. I love it.
I'm not sure what response you're referring to, sir. The first couple times that it ever happened, it kind of caught me off guard, because at first I'm like, this is a form of self-promoting in my stream right now.
Right.
But
exactly what it is.
But it's kind of like I know them, I've known them over a course of at least a couple months. So I'm like, well, all right, cool, man. Good luck on your adventure or whatever, like at first it kind of took me off guard, but now it's kind of like, hey man, like I've got a Discord. There's a section in the category in there specifically for posting your link in there. Feel free to post it in there whenever you go live. Try not to do it in the chat.
Yeah. What I was thinking is, last time I've heard Lucky do it in his channel, he was just like, "Hey, nice self promo." Just call him out on it.
I did do that one time.
I was like, dang. Yeah. No, but and a lot of times it's like a newer or younger streamer in community. They don't know any better, like Sauce said. They're just new and they think that's how things work, but it's really not. It's a thing of just respect to the streamer that you're watching. But again, if they don't know you and it's just a malicious attempt to steal your people, then that's what it's going to be. I like to safeguard myself around there. There are streamers on Twitch. Can't speak for them. Some of them just allow it all day because that's the kind of community they're building. You definitely see that from episode 3 on how Sauce feels about the Green app. That's all they do.
Tab for tab, bro.
Dab for tab. But yeah, there's some streamers they won't play. They'll ban you. I've gone as far as seeing some streamers not allow your own personal emotes in their channel. Throw little fits about that. That one to me is a little ridiculous, but again, that's my opinion. If that person is, that insecure with their own content, then that's okay. I mean, it's their channel. They run that show. So it's obviously not going to be a show that I'm attending because I like my emotes. So, but I had a newer member in my channel that come in and was just like, I think I rated out to somebody and they went with me. And the streamer was just like, "Oh man, thanks for the raid. How was your stream?" I was like, "It was good, but like, how are you?" Like, da da da. And the viewer that followed me was just like, "Oh, like in Aztec stream, it was this and that," and just talking. And I sent him a private message right then. I was like, "Hey, don't do that. This is their show. This is not about me." you know. And then that streamer was just like, Aztec, talk about it, man. And he told me it was okay. Like, he wanted me to do it. And I was just like, I still wouldn't do it. And I was just like, no, man, this is your show. I literally said it in chat. I was like, this is your show. We're here for you.
It just feels
bud.
wrong.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. You know. And I'm in, like I said, I'm in a couple Discords that I don't even post that I'm live in. You know, these two for sure. I spam theirs all day. But there's the newer Discords that I'm in of other, you know, similar size or bigger creators. I don't post I'm going live in there. You know, I've had a couple of them reach out to me. Hey, feel free to post live in there. I'm like, hey, thanks. You know, and if they reach out to me, then maybe I'll do it. If they don't reach out to me, if I really want to, maybe I'll reach out to them. But hey, do you mind? And they usually laugh at me and they're like, yeah, that's what it's there for. But to me, it's just a thing of respect amongst streamers, you know. Because if I know I'm not in that community as well as I should be, or I'm not giving it time and attention like I should, then I feel guilty for posting in there. I don't want to be that person that only comes in and posts, hey, I'm live. So and again, that's just all personal preference. I mean, is it right or wrong? It just depends on the community that you find.
I mean, I'm the same way, man. Like, if I ever like find a new streamer that I like his content, you know, I like his vibe, and I get to kind of know his community a little bit, the first thing I always avoid is ever saying that, hey, I stream.
Right.
I'll never say that in their chat, in their Discord, or anything. I'm just there to hang out, meet new people, make friends, and eventually, like, there was one community I've been a part of for like 2-3 months. They just recently found out that, hey, Lucky streams. I had no clue.
That's awesome. You know? Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, but it's only because they asked.
Right.
You know, if they never asked, they never would have found out. Which is okay with me, because I'm not there to boost my link or push my link onto somebody.
Right.
You know?
Which ultimately, in the end, has actually gained you more fans, more followers. Because again, it's a thing of respect.
Right.
So I think it's there's two ways that it's okay to talk about streaming. One, if it comes up in normal conversation, like you're talking about a game and you're like, yeah, I'm actually doing my first playthrough of this game. And they're like, oh, okay, awesome. And they ask you about what you're doing with it or whatever. You're like, well, I'm actually going to be making it a YouTube series or something. And you get to talk about content creation that way. Or if they specifically ask you, do you stream? When are you going live next?
Right.
Any questions that are prompted from the streamer, you're okay to answer.
Right.
That's literally them throwing you the bone of, hey, here's a short chance for you to do some self promo, you know.
Yeah, like do it. But other than that, just don't talk about it. Like, if you throw your emote in there, like, oh, that's a cool emote. Whose is that? And then they click on it and like, oh, you stream, cool. Right. Which I understand why that person might not want other people's emotes in their strat, but that's dumb to me. I wouldn't care.
Well,
like,
especially
I don't care if someone else is streaming.
Yeah, but like if maybe if they're offensive emotes, because I mean, I think Twitch here recently has gotten a lot more lax with what they could have as emotes. I know personally in my community, I've seen some rather, what's the word I'm looking for here? Seductive emotes. Vulgar, maybe. Yeah, no, I think seductive is the right choice.
Seductive, yeah.
There's a difference between somebody posting emotes and somebody posting something that's raunchy. If they're posting something that's raunchy and nasty, that's up to your moderators to delete it.
It was a moderator.
Yeah. Well, and that moderator needs to be talked to, probably. But that's what I'm saying. So it's not the emotes that matter. It's what's the emotes are, I guess, at that point.
But like, if the emote used, like if it goes with what's going on, like you get a win and it's like your GG emote, I don't see the problem with that. You know, but when it is like you're spamming every single one of your emotes in a paragraph, just trying to show them off. Like, that is, like, to me, like, I do that in your guys' channels when I get a new set of emotes. I'm like, hey, look at my new emotes, because I'm just trying to show you that I'm excited. I don't care about the rest of your chat. I'm like, hey, look what I got, you know. So, but again, that's the difference is we have that relationship. You can't go do that to a random person's stream, right? You know? So, but yeah,
I know how much work y'all put into your emotes and stuff, man. You know, I'm happy for you.
I think I use like 3 or 4 emotes across the entire area of Twitch. I use the base LUL for the laughing emote.
Yeah.
I do the base, or I do my dodo that shares love. Like, that just has the hearts coming out. And I do the fuck emote every once in a while. That's about all I use.
Yeah. So yeah, so just those things as far as etiquette goes is just showing respect to the streamer, especially if you're coming with a raid from a streamer. You know, we're now here to show that person's support. Now, there are some streamers, like myself included, who have a raid message that will say, you know, whatever their message says. Hey, we're raiding in with this person, and maybe has a select couple of their emotes. I would post that one time per person that comes with it, maybe if you want. But I've seen people get banned for that. But that's okay. But after that, you're done talking about that person's stream. Now, me, Lucky, and I believe I've heard Sauce say it, but I know for sure me and Lucky will ask when we get a raid. We're like, hey, how was your stream? What did you play? Mm-hmm. How was it? And then if we notice, because now Twitch has that feature that you can turn on, you know, person chatting from raid, you could be like, hey, you know, X23, how was so-and-so stream? You know, what was your favorite part about it? What did you love? What kept you hyped? You know, those are your chances to talk about that person's stream. But pretty much after that, like, now it's like, hey, let's get to know this person, you know. And like, that's just etiquette. That's just how to be proper. Because if you come in and you're just talking about that person and you're going on and on about it, you now have awkward etiquette, and now you've made that streamer that raided seem like they kind of promoted it, which could come back negatively on the person that you raided in with. You don't want that. So, yeah, I mean, we could go on about etiquette for episodes after episodes after episodes, you know, certain things you don't say, you know, just because you want to come in and, you know, well, the three of us, we use cuss words, right? These are adult rated streams and podcasts. So
we use cuss words?
Yes. me and Sauce for sure. I think I have a clip of you trying to cover one up the other day, sir.
Yeah, I did.
It happens.
But, you know, if you go into a stream, maybe that's not their vibe. Maybe they don't like those words, you know, and again, it's their show, so that is okay. So, you know, you have to respect that if you're going to be in that person's stream. If you want to cuss and that person's not about that life, it's not going to be a place for you to hang out. So
it's probably not the community for you, and that's fine.
Exactly.
Like I said, there's tons of communities out there. Everybody's vibe's a little bit different. My vibe's totally different from these two right there. Like, Aztecan gets up, dances around, does all that stuff.
Asheka de mumus.
I'm way more laid back.
For the
like, I just vibe out. Like, my streams are vibey.
Yeah.
Lucky streams are like a family reunion. Like, that's how it is. Everyone is family there. Like, he loves everybody.
Absolutely.
He does all that stuff. So
100%.
There's a streamer out there for every single person, and there's a community for every single streamer out there.
Yeah.
So your goal as a streamer and a small streamer is finding those people and finding them the correct way. So.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you what, like, when Sauce says his is vibey, you know, I know that's a term that's just thrown around just so loosely nowadays. But he really means it. I was literally working on edits for the podcast today, and I had him pulled up, and I could literally vibe and listen to him while I was working. And that's what he means by it. It's a vibe in there. He's a calm. He's cool. He's collected. Of course, you know, when he gets killed by trolls or whatever, he definitely gets a little excited like any other gamer would do. But it's definitely something that I could sit there and listen to and do my work. I've tried to watch my own VOD while doing work. Can't do it. I'm too loud. There's too much going on. You know, so when he says it's a vibe, it is. I mean, it's just a chill place. He's got good background music going on. It's great, man. I love hanging out with you during the day.
Appreciate
you know, and then Lucky has great music too, but he's a COD player, so that's annoying. There's all that loud gun noise and, you know, get shit on. Yeah, so I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing.
That over here.
That was me.
That's your stream.
So yeah, so is there any questions on etiquette on whatever platform you are? We have intersections for comments and stuff in the bottom. Go ahead and feel free, and we'll cover it in a future episode. But as far as episode 5 goes, that's going to be it for us. Much love, you guys. Thanks for coming in. We'll see you next time.